He married my sister, now we're living together.
Roommates in law.
Roommates in law, folks.
Hello, Timothy. Good morning, good evening, good day to you.
Oh, I thought you were going to hit me with the good morning. Oh, shit. What is it? Good
Vietnam?
night and good luck.
Oh, that's good night and good luck, America. That was, it's not Walter Cronkite. We say that every time.
Is it, what is it?
Bill
It's like Murrow. It's like Walton S. Murrow.
No, is it Bill? You're thinking Walter Cronkite still.
No. It's something. It's
There's
like
it's also another Walt.
Jimmy S. Murrow. It's something.
Good night and good luck.
Good night and good luck. That is Walter Payton.
George Clooney. Oh, no. George Clooney played him.
Was Clooney hit that one? I didn't know he was a reporter in the 50s.
Wait. Edward R. Murrow.
Edward R. Murrow. Good night and good luck.
I thought it was Bill Simmons.
Yeah, the guys over at Grantland coined another one.
Tom,
we're not even roommates, for the love of God.
We're not even in-laws, dude.
Good friends, though, Tom.
We are good friends. And as a good friend, right as we were starting this, I said, hey, Tim, you're looking a little dark over there. I know, we're not in professional studios here, but any chance you could hit another light? And you go, we got nothing. And then I see you look around the room and you ran off real quick.
Well, here's the thing. We had a little something.
Was it your main light?
Well, no, we had these installed. Actually, the builders had these installed when they were first rehabbing the property. And it's just like lights built into the ceiling. And all you really have to do is it's a switch right over. You just click the switch and the whole kitchen lights up.
That's huge. I love when people think of creative stuff like that.
Yeah. So I didn't even consider turning those on. And I was like, oh, we need more light. Thank God I've got 6 or 8 installed into the ceiling already that I just hadn't seen. Sometimes
it's tough to meet Tom's demanding needs.
Sorry, you're a light guy, and I should know this, honestly. We've done enough of these to know that you're a light guy. Does my voice sound fucked up?
No.
Feels a little like, I don't know what it feels like. A little nasally is a little weird.
Are you a little, do you have a little bug?
No. It's kind of, now that I'm talking, I feel like it sounds weird.
No, I think you sound great.
All right. Thanks, Tom.
You got it, dude.
Let's see. What you got cooking? Tom, I thought of this. This bothered me, and I felt like a real curmudgeon. I felt like a real oh no, this is when I start having these thoughts. This stinks.
Can I set this? Keep that. Hold on to that because this sounds like it's going to be goofball city. Can I set the scene real quick? This is the first time we've both been back in our respective cities where we're both thriving in a long time. We haven't had one where we've synced up. I've been catching you, and you're in New Orleans. I was in wherever I was in Costa Rica last week. I'm back to LA, Tom. We got Ridgie Tim.
I mean, this is kind of once in a blue moon here, Tom.
This is fun. I was just realizing that right now.
It's like, damn, dude, we're like 1,800 miles away. It's like the best.
It is rules, man.
Boy,
I got to sleep in my bed last night.
Let's get into the wonders of modern technology bringing us this pod, Tom. Let's talk about the growth in technology over the past 10 or 12 years. What do you think about that?
I'm on board with that. I appreciate when fans write us notes saying, I listen to the pod. It's cool that you guys kept it going. We like getting 0 submissions. Every once in a while, send a thank you note to Zoom also. To the company.
Yeah, just the corporate
Zoom.
Headquarters. Not anybody in specific. They just kind of like maybe a little, I don't know, a basket of fruit.
Well, because do you remember when we moved the pod to Zoom, we got a really nice basket of fruit from them, from the Zoom CEO.
The Zoom
He's
guys,
just thank you guys for kind of keeping us afloat. We'll do the same to you.
I don't know if that's their standard operating procedure. We know the Zoom CEO from open mics in Chicago. So I don't know if that was some big gesture or it's something he just kind of does with close friends. But
isn't it crazy he quit before Zoom jokes became a thing? Like Zoom comedy shows, he could have taken over those. He would have crushed inside scoop.
Well, he would have had the interesting angle too, because you're like, oh, he's doing Zoom jokes. He's also the CEO and chairman of the company itself. Kind of makes it. It's like it's more of an interesting take.
I was about to say, I love that dude. I haven't talked to him in a while. Have you talked to Jimmy Zoom lately at all?
Well, they're launching a few different products. The last time I talked to him was probably 6 months ago. And I think he's just been kind of head buried in the sand trying to get the stuff out, He's
not getting on stage at all anymore, huh?
I don't see him that much. He'll do a Zoom show still, but people didn't even like those during the pandemic. So he's, it's been tough. He's still writing though.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's good. I like that. You got to get up, Jim. He does listen also. So,
Truly a great comic.
but
Hate to
yeah,
see
we
him.
we appreciate Zoom keeping us afloat. Jimmy Zoom, he hooked it up. So just wanted
Cousin
to
of
shout
Ricky
out to that.
Peanuts. Nobody knows that, Tom.
Yeah, Ricky Nuts, dude. I love we got a we got a note about that this week. I sent it directly to Jeff because I go, at least someone appreciated that riff, you dick. I was laughing about it again today.
Ricky Peanuts. That got me pretty good.
I
I found
just-
myself a few days after being like, Ricky Peanuts.
Sorry, Sam Almond, you can't get up. We got Ricky Peanuts
All
on
right,
the mic.
man. Peanuts absolutely ripping some material. Oh my god.
Sorry,
I
what were
like
you
that
gonna
a lot.
throw? What were you gonna throw?
Oh,
at
I
me?
forgot. I'm sorry. You were very excited about LA Tom and what was my nickname in Bushwick back in the I was live from Bushwick Studios.
No, Woodward Studios. I believe,
Woodward
was the
Oh,
street
that's
you
right.
lived
This
on.
is now Woodward Studios. That's what it was.
Wait, what do you live on now?
Tom, we can't. I don't need people
What did you used to live
barging
on?
into my home. Tom, I was in Bushwick. Now I'm in Ridgey.
No, I know. What was the street in Bush?
Bushy was Bleecker.
Oh, Bleecker Street Studios. That's what it was.
Yeah. Can't have people. I don't need people.
Boy,
bum
we're
rushing
real
into the
creative
front
with
door.
our studio name. It's
Or like,
just
wait, what was that genius one we had?
It's just whatever street Tim lives
That's the
on.
equivalent of like both of our passwords being 1, 2, 3, 4. We're like, oh, we
Wait,
cracked
that's
the
yours
case here.
too?
So, Tom, I don't think they let you do them twice.
No.
That's my Zoom password, but I got it free because we know the CEO. But
Jimmy.
Here's my little curmudgeon thought that I had, and I was on the train and I was thinking about this. We got to be more, and I know you've had your issues in the past with being a tardy guy. Sometimes Tom's late.
I've never once been late, dude.
That sometimes
Everyone else is early. Sorry.
Tom's saying, "Hey, buddy, I'll be there at about 5." I've never once expected you at 5 after the first several times. But
Yeah, no, I think it'd be weird if you didn't expect it the first time.
it's like, yeah, he'll definitely be here. He said he would. Why wouldn't he? And
Yeah.
I think there's got to be a little more social shame with people being late, Tom, because it just builds on each other.
Sure.
Because now I know this guy's going to be late, so I'm like, he's not even going to get there till 5:20. So who even knows? I'll get there at 5:30. And we should have been there at 5. And now the hang's not even starting until 5:45 because nobody wants to just hammer out of time and actually get there on time. I think we got to get on time.
Okay.
Tom. It
No,
just
this is
spiraled. We were supposed to be there
one
at
of my
like
least
6.
favorite things about myself, honestly.
We didn't start hanging until 6:45 because everybody didn't want to be the first one there, or it turns into that whole thing.
So you did the thing where you were like, I'm gonna hedge my bet and go a little later because this guy's
Yes.
not gonna be on time. And then
And
were
then
you the
everyone
first
does
person
that.
there or no?
Me and Matt. Oh, Matt appears from the shadowy. He just as I'm walking up, he's like, "Oh, hey, Tim." He disappeared. We kind of never know what life Matt is leading. So we were there at literally the exact same time, but it was people don't want to get there first to be the guy sitting there. You got to
Yeah.
get there first sometimes, and everyone just needs to. I'm sorry, I was getting upset on the train, Tom.
I
And I know you're having trouble sympathizing with this as a late person, but like
No, I get it because I hate it about myself.
just some more social shame is all I ask. It needs to be a heavier price to pay for wasting.
Well, that
time.
is true because those are the things I'm on time for is when there is shame involved. Like,
You're a very shame-driven person.
welcome to being Catholic, dude. It's literally what they teach you from your first communion on. Everything is shame and guilt.
That's I always forget about Catholicism really did a number on people.
I've had a few people call me out for that, like, because it's a lot of where like the guilt stuff comes from, or like apologizing for shit you don't need to apologize for. It's like, yeah, that's probably all based in that.
Absolutely has to be. I remember being terrified that like jerking off was a sin, and I remember like even as a kid being like, it's kind of fucked up.
It's like, this sucks. God's watching me do this also, and like mad.
You're mad at this?
Yeah.
I'm having the
Why?
time of my life. You're pissed?
Also, it's
How
like
poor-
hilarious. Look at me. I'm 12. I'm trying to figure this out.
Trying to figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I bet that's like a big
He gave me
thing.
the toolbox. It just didn't tell me what to build.
I mean, let me rummage around in the dirt for a little bit. I might
Yeah.
find a diamond in there. You never know.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I always just, as a kid, I remember being like, come on, this is like, I don't know. It always felt very weird. But yeah, I mean, you were a lifelong Catholic kid, Catholic
Yeah, so
entire
I do
family.
need a little.
You're
So
deep in it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I went to Catholic school from kindergarten through college.
Brutal.
Yeah. Catholic college is weird. That is weird.
Is that just a bunch of people like trying to keep it together, but they're like 18 and horny and on at college alone?
Yeah, well,
They
no
have
one's
to be.
like,
It's like bursting with cum and energy. Right?
yeah, I mean, no, people aren't like and not everyone is like church going Catholic still in college. Most
They're
people I
partying
was
Catholics.
around were not, But then but still the confines in which you're operating are hyper religious. So it's like shit like, we couldn't have like girls couldn't be in guys' dorms and vice versa after 2 a.m.
Sure. I think that
And
was
like,
that's pretty normal, I think.
really?
In dorms?
You had no, like, yeah, like the buildings because they were single sex dorms.
Oh, I mean, you had to like check people in
Yeah, we had to do that too. But like, you couldn't be in there
after a certain time.
because no sex, and people only have sex in the darkness of the night
At 2 a.m. in their
It's
dorm.
shameful.
They're never out just behind the church. There's probably a big church on campus.
That's where everyone was banging, dude.
Right behind the church, dude. Where will no one think?
Yeah, let's go to the. Yep, I got a spot.
Do people congregate there fairly often? No, never.
No, only Sundays. Actually,
Not at church.
No, every day.
Were you ripping church in college?
We would sometimes have to go if we got in trouble, because we had like dorm mass every Sunday,
Okay.
and sometimes if you got in trouble, you instead of like getting sent to the actual university, our rector of our dorm, who was a priest, he'd be like, "You have to come to mass this Sunday."
He's like, attendance sucks.
Yeah, dude, for real. He's like, I
I'm
need
up there
a crowd.
bombing to 6 people. You're coming to church, my guy.
I put a discount code on my Instagram story,
Dude,
and no one is coming.
Dude, the kid essentially, he blackmailed you into going to church.
Yeah, he did. Father Ronald Vierling.
Really, you got a little dog in you, my friend.
Yeah, he also made. I knew 2 kids who were a year younger than me. One of them was my best friend's little brother, and they got in trouble like week 1 of freshman year.
This is
And
boozing. People are going to Booze Town.
Yeah, Booze
Okay.
City, and you didn't really get in trouble for beer, but I think they had hard alcohol, so they got in trouble. And it was like, all right, I either send you to the university, which like this early on sucks. You get like 2 strikes your whole
A tough
time.
look.
Like, you're getting one right away,
A tough look.
or you can alter serve for like the rest of the year. And they took that deal.
I mean,
That is
This
a
priest,
raw
man.
deal.
God damn. I don't know if I would have taken that deal for an entire semester.
I think it might have been their whole freshman year, but maybe it was just 1 semester.
I mean,
Jack
if it's
Guilfoyle, send us a note because it was his
Let
little
us
brother.
know.
He'll know.
Jackie, boy, if your kid took a year, that's a wild one. I'm taking the strike and
Yeah,
crossing my little.
I can't remember. I
saying
think,
a
yeah, but like
rosemary.
your parents
A
get
rose.
told too. Like
Your
right away.
parents get told. I mean, yeah, I guess that makes. Does that make sense?
I don't know. Actually,
I don't know if LSU
are you
would have
allowed to
called
tell
my-
an 18-year-old's parents
Yeah,
something?
I don't know. Your parents get told. That seems very bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah, I
got a
don't know.
call from Father Obermeyer. He said you've been acting up. Have you ever gotten one of those calls?
Well, I told my parents that I was like kind of in trouble once, but I wasn't actually. This was wild. This was freshman year. I get a call or an email from the Notre Dame police, and it was like, "Hey, we're trying to contact you. You need to come in." And I was like, "Oh fuck!" You start racking your brain, and you start kind of convincing yourself. You're like, "I did do something." Like even though
no,
I was
they
like, "I know I didn't do anything." I
It's
was
funny.
like,
It's a funny thing of you trying to rack your brain for the thing that the cops would be all over. You're like, God, I just can't think about what would have triggered a massive investigation. What was I involved in? It's funny that you can't remember what would have possibly caused.
But you really start digging, and then I'm like, well, I was at this party, and that guy threw up, so
Like,
maybe
yeah.
he died or
So
something.
I'm sure they got their detectives all over that one.
I immediately hit up all my friends. I'm like, what could this be about? And we settled on one of our friends like went to the hospital from this party, and I was like, it's got to be about that. Something bad must have happened. Whatever. So I go in, and they put me in the room with the 2-way mirror. and like
Tom. No.
Yeah,
Wait, I'm sorry.
at
What?
Notre
Tom.
Dame police.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my God.
I'm going full CSI.
Who's
Miami.
on the other side of that mirror? Is it just Jesus?
Dying.
Who's over there?
It's the Pope. Oh God. Yeah, he's like, this is between me and you and God over there.
God, right behind that
That mirror.
double pane glass.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh fuck. And they were not like cute.
Did they have a
when
spotlight
I
on you?
checked in. No, they didn't, but they should have. I would have actually appreciated a little hackier thing.
Yeah,
it was
smoking
almost,
a cigarette, walking behind you.
and it was too nice of a room. It was like it was kind of like a nice office, but they had the two-way mirror on the side. But I sat down. Well, I go to check in. I'm like, hey, I got like called in. Am I under arrest or something? But I was like, hey, I got called in, and they were like, not cool about it. They were like, yep, we've been waiting for you. Come in here. And I was like, what the hell? And this guy,
The hell?
the
Wait,
guy
you're a
puts
freshman?
piece of paper.
You're a freshman?
I'm a freshman. I'm 4
Okay.
months into school.
Okay.
This guy so I told my parents, I was like, hey, I got called into Notre Dame police. Like, I don't know what this is about, but I'll update you afterwards. They put a piece of paper down, and it's a bus ticket. Like for Notre Dame ran a bus from campus to Chicago to like O'Hare and Midway. And it's a bus ticket. And they said, do you recognize this? And I was like, I don't know. And they were like, just a bunch of forged bus tickets. And someone gave us your name. And I was like, what? And they're like, have you been selling forged bus tickets? And I was like, oh, this rules. That's like,
and especially something you're like,
worried.
you didn't.
Yeah,
You're like,
exactly.
oh, I'm good. Tell me more about these forged bus tickets.
It's like, it was so funny because it's like, what an incredible campus police issue to have be like taking, like this guy I had a detective in there, like
This is his biggest case in 30 years.
he's like, he hadn't slept in days.
That one probably
out.
was a full inside job. He just needed something to do, so he printed these things up, and he's like,
framed me.
I'm just
Well,
gonna.
It was
Who's
so
the
weird.
freshman class president? Tom
He-
Schnee?
He showed me like the person who sent in the note or whatever, and they had spelled my name wrong, and they gave him my phone number, but it was off by 2 digits. So I was like, I think someone was trying to frame me, but like also not actually get me in trouble. Like they just gave them my name because they spelled it wrong and almost had my phone number right.
Almost had your. I can understand the spelling wrong, but the almost had your phone number right. How many times have you given somebody a phone number and you were off by 2 digits?
Weird. So
That
I
makes
never.
no sense.
And what sucked is then like,
Wait, we're gonna have to get to the bottom of this, Tom. What the fuck?
someone's out there still that has it against me.
Oh, they're so pissed because you got off scot free.
Well, I'm guessing they panicked and they probably just made it. It's a printed out bus ticket. Anyone could make one of these things. It's like, it's literally, if you bought a ticket, you could just print 2 copies and then give one to your friend. And then
Whoa.
they weren't scanning them. So you just show the bus driver. Like, this isn't a hard case to crack. I go, have you ever heard of digital printers? They're a game changer here.
And he's like writing it down, digital printer. Yeah, tell me more about that.
How do you know so much about this, Tommy? If that is your real name.
Oh wow, you seem to know a lot about digital printing, Tom. Like, yeah, I'm 18, dude.
It was so funny, but so then I start not taking it seriously, like
Amazing.
in the interview or whatever, in the basically court case I was in, and the guy was not chill.
Okay, so was it just 2? Did they have good cop, bad cop, or was it just one guy?
Just one. That's another mistake. They had
He
to
went
have.
rogue.
Yeah, he should have gone good cop, bad cop. He tried to go. He was mostly just a shitty cop.
This guy. Let me tell you what happened with this guy. He was walking to his car the day before his retirement, and that bus ticket, the wind blew it up to his leg, and he took it off, and he saw it was a counterfeit, and he was like, "This is my one last ride, one last case."
He, like 30 years ago, there was an unsolved counterfeit bus ticket thing, and he was like, "God damn it, this is a sign."
He's
You know
back.
what? I am young. I am still fit for the force.
He just looks around. He's like, "Grab that kid right over there. It's just you."
It was so awesome. So we just kind of, because I just kept being like, I don't know what else to say, but like, I don't know.
I bet you were being
this.
a little pill too. Once you realized you were out clean, and this guy's still trying to play hardball.
I do remember. I don't remember trying to be a dick, but I do remember at one point going, "Can I leave?" And
Like,
he goes, "We might have to revisit this." And I was like, "Okay."
Oh damn, we might have to revisit this.
You're gonna call me back in? Like, what new evidence is gonna present itself?
I want to talk to that Tom kid one more time. Just something not right about him.
I'm like the character. You know how like in any shitty like Law and Order or whatever, there's one guy that like gets introduced right away, but then they get off. There's a good alibi.
Well, it's obviously not him because he was introduced too early in the show.
Guess who comes back into the courtroom at the end? Tom. And I go, that's actually how you spell my name for real.
Wait, so where were you on your puberty journey at this point? Were you still looking like a full child?
Yes. I was.
Oh, I love that. God,
this guy brought in a what looked to be a 13-year-old to be like, hey, are you ripping off the Notre Dame busing system?
Even if you had, he's like, you owe us $183.50, and that's cash only, pal.
On top of the $60,000 you're paying in tuition.
He's like, also my salary. I need you to that. A lot of that goes to my salary. I am useless around here. Please keep committing petty crimes. How old was this guy? And did he have a gun?
For sure had a gun. Yeah,
had a gun. So he was actually a cop.
Yeah, he didn't have like a cool detective outfit. He just had Notre Dame police.
Do you think this guy like accidentally like shot somebody on the real force and they were like, okay, it's, we can't really fire you because of the union, but you're going to campus police.
I mean, do you think that's all of campus police?
I don't think it's their best and brightest. I don't think it's number one.
Although, but it's got to be a cushy job.
Oh, drunk college kids.
Yeah, but there's like so little real
actual crime. Yeah, that's true.
On a private campus, like it's 9,000 kids.
Yeah, but then you got to talk to your other
LSU would be a different beast. What is it, 30,000 or something?
35. It's huge.
Yeah, that'd be a mess.
Yeah. I can't imagine one. It's like,
who do you think makes more? This guy who sat me down and put a gun to my head and said, "Tell me you fucking made the ticket."
Who made the fucking ticket? Who made the
or no?
Scatters his
Are
coffee
you a
glass.
fucking forfeiter? Forger? No, not forfeit. What's the word I'm looking for?
Was he not a forager? A
forger.
You forged a forger.
Forger. Yeah.
A fraudster.
No, what's the word that I'm looking for? Counterfeit?
One who counterfeiter.
Yeah, I don't know.
A counterfeiter?
That can't be it. That sounds
like
a construction job.
Yeah. This guy thought like these forged bus tickets were going to lead to like some sort of like drug ring that was involved in money laundering. He thought this was like going all the way to the top.
Dude, we're smuggling shit from Midway to Notre Dame using counterfeit bus tickets. And it was I'm like, what do you think we're getting in here? Hams light?
What am I sneaking into this place? Have you seen this town? I can go anywhere and get any of the drugs or alcohol I need. Are you kidding me?
Do you think he makes more than a no butt all gut TSA agent?
I would bet he makes significantly more. Well, that would be my guess.
Damn.
It's
a similar level of intellect.
But he's like, is he the main guy over at Notre Dame Police?
Dude, would Campus Police be a fun TV show?
They had to have done this. There's just no chance they haven't.
Yeah, every cop show has been made. If they haven't, we should write it because it should be mostly about this guy. In my head, too, he's taken on such a different character since we've even just started.
He was actually kind of a nice guy. He was like, hey, man, do you know anything about this? I'm so bored. Will you just talk to me for 30 minutes?
And now he's like, he's chucking his full coffee cup against the two-way mirror.
30 minutes into the actual interview, he's like, I don't know why she doesn't talk to me. I've been a great dad. I just had cases here.
Look at I mean, how am I supposed to get home before dinner when there's counterfeit bus tickets being thrown around campus?
I can't just leave my work at work like you can. I'm sorry. I deal with traumatic things. I come home with my trauma from being a detective at Notre Dame University all day. Did this guy ever? He wasn't like involved in like, no, I'm sorry. I just had a picture of him like catching people cheating, but he doesn't do any of that stuff. He's the hard. hard crime guy.
Oh yeah, he's only white collar shit. It goes all the way up.
It would be so funny. He's trying to catch people for like embezzling, and you're like, buddy, will you calm down? We're doing somebody a favor. You don't even need to be here. Just tone it down.
Oh God.
But I'm picturing a similar build as a TSA.
Yeah. Well, I kind of remember his face, but yeah, I don't remember being like, damn, this dude could fuck me up.
Do you have a facial hair? Do you have a goatee?
Yeah, kind of a shitty grayish, not a goatee, mustache.
Mustache. Do you wear glasses?
You know the mustaches where I'm like, it is yellowing a little bit.
Was he blasting cigs?
Oh, maybe not inside. That would have been cool as hell.
That's what I was saying. Like, kind of one guy's walking behind you with a cigarette and the smoke's coming up. The other guy's in your face. Look, good cop, bad cop.
I wish they did the full thing. That's why I was a little bummed leaving there because I was like, I cannot wait to tell my friends that there was a two-way mirror. But I was like, but it wasn't like a shitty investigation room.
I know that it should have been fun. They should have kind of just put on a little show for you and really gone through.
Should have roughed me up
end,
a little bit.
Yeah, just be like, hey, we're just fucking around. But do you know anything about this?
I'm handcuffed to the table. That would have been cool as fuck.
Your face is just beaten to a pulp, and you're like, "Oh, hilarious, guys!"
It's just like
this
rules.
Oh, I like that guy. I got called by the campus police at at Louisiana State University because we slept over at these sorority girls' houses. You know, we were a party or whatever, so we ended up sleeping there, and we found like their like the little directory for their for their what the hell is it called, for their sorority. And it's like they're supposed to like keep tight on this. Like it has each member's name, and then it has their parents' name, where they're from, the street that they live on, blah, blah, all this information about their family in there. So we were just calling random girls as the cops.
Incredible.
And saying that we found your car, we found your VW Bug on the side of Nicholson, and it's currently on fire. And they're going, no, I don't think so, because my car's with we're like, yeah, no, is this like Becky and Tom's daughter? And they were like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, it's over here, license plate, blah, blah. So we were just having a great time doing
I mean, that's a fun time.
And we had a really swell time, freaked out a lot of people. Don't think we ever tossed any closure to some. I think some of these people only found out like after they really had to go find out.
A couple people purchased new cars.
And to those people, I say, I'm sorry.
I'm very sorry about that.
But so we're calling, having a great time. We're driving around.
We're driving around.
And then my phone rings and I pick it up and it's an actual cop. It's the campus police. So he's telling me, oh, that was the big thing. We kept telling people our name was Officer Patterson. We're like, this is with the campus police. That's what we were doing. That's what we were doing wrong.
Not thinking that anyone's parents would maybe get involved and call the university police.
No. Yeah. Sorry, your brand new car's on fire. And me and all the police at this station can't help but stifle our laughter while we're on the phone.
We just wanted to let you know, though. Give you a little heads up.
You wanted to head over with like a big bucket of water or something like that, because this thing's big. So, yeah, I got a call from the campus police. And they're like, hey, this is Officer such and such. And it was crazy. Like this is Officer Patterson. You could tell that was a cop. I didn't think anybody was like getting one back on me. I was like, oh, this is like immediately a police officer. You could feel it.
Their tone is not
different.
Chill. Yes, I remember that's how why I felt so freaked out by it is like they're like it's, I swear they have the same like cadence for a bike tire as they do for a death. Like,
yeah, like it's not like, hey man, this is the cops. We don't like, not a big deal. This is like, but like, we're trying to figure this thing out. They're like on your ass.
Yeah,
I was like fully was pooping my pants. And I gave him this story about how my phone was stolen in this party, and I just met this crew of people. I got invited to a party, and
my mom's in the hospital.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. But I gave this long thing about how my phone was stolen, and these guys threw it back to me and like said like good luck with that. And then and then you called me after that. So he's like, all right, well, you have to track these guys down, because on Monday, if you don't have a name for me that isn't yours, like you're coming into the dean's office and we're gonna have like a different discussion. And so the whole weekend I'm like shitting my pants inside of my pants.
Yep.
And I called the dude Monday morning. His like secretary won't put me through to him. Blah, blah, blah. I finally get through and I'm like, hey, this is Tim Smith. And he was like, oh, yeah, you're good, man. It just like fully
amazing.
It was like he gave it a shot and was going to see if I was going to say something. It didn't work. And then he's like, I don't give a fuck. But
wow, that is huge.
He let the boy sweet for a weekend.
I thought you were going to say you framed someone. I was like, no, that's what happened to me. Maybe that's what happened on my end.
You're like going through the guys at the party, or the people you're with. You're like, who could I toss under the bus here?
But if I spell their name wrong by one letter and kind of fuck up their phone number, maybe
they'll never be able to crack that case.
Yeah, I'll keep them spinning for 4 years.
So we must know the guy, but not that well. And he's like going through this whole.
It's just one yarn tied between you and the other guy, and he's like, I can't fucking figure this out.
If they've known each other for years, he wouldn't have spelled his name that way. An evil mastermind, whoever did this. I would love if somebody has some intel on that, because there is a culprit. Someone did attempt. Was this mid you running for class president? Because that could have been some political sabotage there.
No, that was like 4 years. This was freshman year. I ran for class president. I didn't really run. I won. But
you were carried
year.
to the altar. Yeah. It wasn't really an election. You were appointed, but the people needed it.
That was senior year. So this was 4 years prior. If I had actually gotten accused of counterfeit, there's no chance that would have come up in the debates, you know?
No, I mean just the mudslinging and the TV ads would have been enough to kill you.
Yeah, it would have been Tommy Schnee.
Tom Schnee. With like a really loud stamp.
Freshman year. Did 4 to 6 hours at NDSP for counterfeiting bus tickets. Is this who you want leading our class dances?
It's just you, a picture of you lighting a bus on fire.
I try to spin it. I'm like, yeah, you guys, we're not going to have to pay for buses for all the events. That's more budget. Back to the class. You're welcome.
And they're like, wait.
Yeah,
now we have to vote for Tom.
I'm thinking about getting back into the counterfeit game, honestly.
I thought you were going to say back into politics. I like this way better. Let's flex that muscle a little bit. See if we can turn out a couple of dollar bills that are passable.
And I can already say like, well, no, that's probably not a good. I was going to say I've already gotten away with it once.
Oh, wow. Kind of a Freudian slip there, Tom. I think this guy was actually onto something. Tell us right now on the pod, did you have anything to do with the bus scandal at Notre Dame?
I shouldn't have said anything. We got to edit this out.
Oh, my God. You would never pass.
This is bad.
The jury of your peers.
Lie detector test. I wish they put me on a
Tom.
lie detector. That would have been fun.
That would have been. He's like, we don't have a fucking lie detector. Like, don't make a fool out of me, dude.
He takes the yarn off the wall that's like connecting me and the other mystery guy, and he just ties it around my finger. He's like, tell me the truth.
Just tell me right now. It's just like you and the string is to like John Wilkes Booth, and you're like, what do we do? Are we done here?
Dude, my other favorite campus police story from college. It was my friend pulled one of the dumbest pranks I've ever seen in my life. Thought it was kind of funny at the time. Emailed his parents on April Fool's freshman year from a like Notre Dame police at gmail.com and said, your son, we have your son. He like got, first off, he didn't do like a joking crime. I think it was like battery or something. It was like
aggravated. We got him on aggravated assault.
It might have been aggravated assault. It was like he beat someone up. Basically, it was like, we have him in jail right now.
We got him on man one,
and his parents,
25 to life.
His parents just didn't call because he said he was like being held, so they just didn't call him. They just they like got a lawyer immediately.
Oh no,
yeah, dude.
No, they went full Michael Clayton. They lawyered up.
They lawyered up, and then like he got a call from like his sister or something, because like the mom had called the sister and been like, he's in trouble. You know, your brother's in trouble.
And the attorney's probably calling whatever police station, like, hey, I need to speak to my client. They're like, I don't know who the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, we've never arrested for anyone for a real crime. We're working on this bus ticket thing.
Not now.
But then he had to. Well, then I completely forget about this. It was horrific. His parents were so mad at him. It was like not.
Sure, yeah.
It was not like a chill thing.
What
I
was
don't
the
know.
end game of this prank?
I don't know. He was 18 and dumb.
Sure.
And
Fair.
then I completely forget about this. Fast forward to his wedding this past year. His brother brings it up in the best man speech. And like,
Amazing.
dude, he was so mad.
It's just like not even a fun one.
No, all of us start looking around and being like, oh, I forgot how not cool that was.
Not even close to being cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like he just took a funny prank a little too far.
It was
They
just like a
lawyered
miss.
up.
It was just a huge miss. They called the lawyer immediately.
Dude, I wonder if that lawyer actually tried to collect a fee when they found out it was fake. He's like, look, you do still owe me $1,500 for that phone call, though. Sorry.
Come on. Also, it's like it was a
Come
Gmail
on.
account.
Yeah. Police at Gmail.
So it's
Boy,
kind
your
of
son's
on
in
the
a lot of
parents'
trouble at gmail.com. No,
well,
I like
crazy
that.
tangent.
I like that. I like an attempt at a prank. You know, I'll say this about him. He did take a big swing.
Big old swing, and I like
You know,
people trying new.
It's not like, when like somebody shoots a half court shot and it comes up really short, you're like, oh, you were scared. He wasn't scared. He tossed it over the backboard, though.
Was he? Yeah, he was, and it was the wrong sport.
It did hit an old lady in the face and cause serious damage to her nasal cavities.
It
But
was his mother.
God, what an idea that is. And then the big prank was him being like, nah, I'm actually not.
Gotcha.
No,
Pranked
I'm
ya.
not in jail.
Pranked you.
Love you guys. I kind of like this guy. How's he doing now?
Oh, he's doing great.
Doing well.
Parents
All right.
finally
Yeah, he's a big
forgave him
swinger.
after 8 years.
Hey, did you get the explanation out of this guy? Nothing?
Well, at the time, I'm sure we got a full explanation because he was our best friend, but I don't really remember it being very justified. I think it was just, no, it's April Fool's. I thought it'd be funny. I'm an idiot. I'm 18.
Also, his parents should have been hip to the April Fool's joke. No way he's a first-time jokester. No
No,
way
his-
he's coming out of the gate with that.
Parents are super smart, too, and it's a Gmail account. You got to check
Gmail
that.
account. I would just, I don't know. I assume the grammar wasn't great.
No, he's like kind of brilliant with that.
He
stuff.
dialed it in with that?
I bet it had like picture signatures and stuff, with the real logos and everything.
See, I'm starting to like this a little bit more.
Yeah, I bet it was like well done. I bet it was like well done email.
See, I do like that. So, okay. Because if it was just I bet that, the detail of the actual body of it's going to outweigh the Gmail part.
Also, I didn't say his name, right? Because now I'm like, oh, he definitely forged an email from the Notre Dame police. I don't think I did.
You're like, yeah, I believe that's like a felony.
Yeah, I don't think that's cool.
Yeah, that's impersonating an officer. That's not
It
great.
was-
You ruin his career.
That's fine. I'll put his name in the description, but I'll spell it wrong by one letter.
Here's his almost right phone number. Oh God!
What else you been up to, Timothy, since you've been back in the old fat
Well,
apple?
I mean, I finally got to see it. You know me, Tom. You've known this since we started hanging out. I kind of can't shut up about it. Big New York Knicks fan, Tom.
As long as I've known you, even before I knew you, I knew that was your rep.
Well, right when the first time we met, I had that big, I had one of those old, remember like the old starter jackets that everybody had back in the day? I had that big Knicks one on.
I know, it's crazy because I was like, I thought those were mostly football, and you go,
Now you can get a Knicks one.
I'm a Knicks fan.
That's what I showed. I pulled that pocket out that you rip up, and that's like your
Mhm.
big main pocket, and it said Knicks right across the top of it. I showed that to you.
And you had another Knicks jersey stuffed in that pocket just in case you got a little hot.
Well, I keep my Lucky Ewing jersey on me at all time, and then I had my little beanie on, my little New York Knicks beanie. But all of that is irrelevant. Got to see the boys, live for the first time last night. They looked great.
Did they win?
They won by about 35.
Actually, and they are on a winning streak. I think they have the longest winning streak in the NBA right now. I think they've
They
won
didn't look bad,
7
Tom.
games or 6 games in a row.
They did not
they're
look bad.
They're no Minnesota Timberwolves, but they are a decent team. They've put together a couple players.
Yeah, finally. I've been rooting for these guys for what seems like 200 years, Tom.
Make a couple moves, front office.
I mean, I'm not even looking for a ship. I'm looking for just make a run in the playoffs.
give me a
Make
couple,
people respect you for
give me
once.
one tight playoff series. Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell you how many games I've watched on TV, live and reruns, and I got to see them live last night, so that was great. Couple of lifelong lifelong Nick fans. Just it feels good to hang out with them.
Hey, I know we're sorry, that was weird. I know we're messing around, we're being a couple jokesters, but have you ever hit a time in your life where you do get kind of like too into a sports team? Like in a way where you're like, this might be like depression or like I need like something else. I don't have enough.
I mean,
going
but
on.
really the only sports team that can affect me that way is LSU.
Yeah, and the good thing about football is it's only once a week during the season.
They can't hurt you multiple times.
Hurt and like
disappoint.
I'm doing shit now with the Timberwolves because they're good for the first time in my entire life, basically. Since I was in 3rd grade. They're good.
Is that thing gambling? Are you just gambling a lot more?
No, I'm not gambling.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
gamble on teams that I support.
Smart
I'm already
man.
emotionally invested enough. I don't need something else in there.
And it just ruins the whole game.
Yeah, it ruins. It's like a speedball.
I don't
pick
need
one.
that either. Yeah.
No, I'm like watching every post game interview with every player, and I'm like,
oh wow. Okay.
I know like stat lines like for every game,
story arcs for every player.
Oh, big time, dude. I know everything going on off the court. I know everything going on in the locker room. I watch the coaches post game press conferences now.
I mean,
I've never done this before.
This is a new thing.
This is brand new to me. I've done it with Notre Dame football a little bit, but this is like this season. Like I've never done this.
What are you getting out of it?
Excitement.
It excites you? Okay.
It's pure excitement, and it's
the
just
post game interviews are exciting.
Yeah, because you get a little insight into like because I have watched every single Timberwolves game this year.
Okay.
Which is crazy. And
now riddle me this, Tom. Are the Timberwolves really good this year, and that's why you're watching?
Well, that's why I'm watching at this rate. Okay. Last year they were bad, and I watched probably half the games.
Okay.
I was watching a lot. And I watch every highlight after, but now like they're like electric to watch. And then after the games, they're giving a little insight, like, well, actually, Rudy and Karl-Anthony Towns, they talked about that before the game. That's why that play worked. And I'm like, oh, that's so sick. Now I'm watching for that.
Yeah. They have their own little language that's fun. You're going, I want that little language. That's so cool that they know how to do that with each other. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm basically like a Patreon member for the Timberwolves. If they had a Patreon,
you'd be all over that shit.
I'd be all over it, dude.
Yeah, no, I get it. I guess it's something I used to like after Succession, they have like the interviews with the writers. I would watch those.
That's exactly what it feels like, where it's like the game isn't enough. The episode ends, and I'm like, I need a little more juice.
Well, yeah, they're literally just handing you a juice pouch, and you're like, yeah, I'll take this juice. I'll take it any way I can get it.
There's another juice pouch after this one too. I would love a little bit more Karl-Anthony.
Yeah, that's fun. I mean, it gives you insight into like the little struggles this guy's having. The teammate, what the office is doing. You're like, okay, we're kind of coming together. It's fun when all the reports start coming out. They're like, this team's dialed in. You know what I'm saying? Like that 2019 LSU team where like everyone was just like, oh, these boys are absolutely locked in. It was like, oh.
I know. And
but
then
yeah,
you're
that's the only
watching
team
the game.
that like, gets me going.
Yeah. It's just, but I did catch myself last night. It's like I got back. I'm in my house for the first time in 3 weeks. And I get back and I immediately lay down on my bed, pull up the Timberwolves highlights, watch it, and watch like 4 post-game interviews. And I was like, maybe I unpack first. Why am I way too into this right now?
I don't even. I mean, do you unpack and put it all back in your thing immediately?
Well, I'm leaving. Yeah, I'm leaving in 5 hours here. So I just.
Oh yeah, you took the extra day in Rica. Did that turn out?
Yeah, it happened. Yeah, I did it.
Oh no.
Well, but it just made today the most stressful day. I was back for 24 hours. I'm leaving again.
Catch a good nap though. A few highlights. That always helps.
Watched the highlights. Slept in my own bed for 9 hours. That was
there. You go. Nap City and highlights. Yeah. Rip a little POD.
Yeah. Move the flight to have an extra day with the parents in Costa Rica. Can't complain about that.
Nice.
I did lose first class though because I got upgraded, and then I didn't on the changed flight. That hurt.
That one hurts. That one does hurt.
That one does hurt.
That was a big loss.
That would have been my second first class flight ever. My first one was a week ago. So I was starting to get used to it.
Oh, man. And then it's a 6-hour flight?
Yeah.
Yeah, first class would have been pretty big right there.
That would have been big.
Damn. You hate to hear that one, Tom.
Yeah, but at least the guy next to me wouldn't wake up so I couldn't pee at all. So
you got to just push through.
I don't wake up. I don't wake people up.
You're a good man.
Here, we did this thing though, Tim. I think you brought this up a couple weeks ago. Flight's delayed. They hit us with the. Don't worry, I think we got a shortcut on the way back. That's what she said. On the
shortcut.
It's a shortcut. So we're gonna make up time. It's almost gonna be the same. Delayed by 45 minutes.
No, but don't. We found this weird new way to go.
A shortcut in the air?
Is it a straight line? It better. Why have we not been on a straight line?
Why is it a straight line? I've taken one geometry class ever in sophomore year of high school. I know that its shortest distance is a straight line.
She's like, what we're going to do is we're not going to circle around the city 6 times when we actually get there. We're just going to land it.
We were thinking about this. Does anyone else have ideas also?
You're like, how are we on gas? They're like, pretty low. And they're like, oh. Did you put any more in? They're like, oh, shit.
This guy's kind of brilliant.
Okay, you come to the front, sir. Tell us more of your ideas.
You know what? Would you like to sit in first class? You're giving me first class vibes.
So they found a shortcut. Nobody questions the shortcut?
I did. I wrote it down in my notes immediately. I said, I'm going to question this with my friend Tim later.
I know, love a thought. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just don't say shortcut. Just say, hey, here we go. And then you say, oh, we're arriving a little early.
Exactly. Why? I think that's the point you made last time. It's like, don't do the weird explanation. Just get us there. And then we're like, oh. Thing. And then if we land, I'm no longer like, why the fuck did they take a shortcut? I'm just like, oh, look, we almost landed at the same time. That rules. Also,
you wanted to say that like we altered our route. I don't know if I love the use of shortcut.
Yeah, we're gonna scoot this through this little loophole.
Yeah, we're just gonna bit boppity boo right over those mountains over there. Get your ass there in no time. What? Can we be a little more professional? Shortcut.
You guys, let's get the fuck out of Costa Rica. What
nailed it. This place sucks.
That was funny, dude. What do you think about this, Tim? Taking a couple little jogs. God, I worked out every day down there. I gained like 8 pounds. It sucked. Taking a little jog around a neighborhood down there. It's something they do in a lot of Latin countries in touristy areas where there's a lot of rental properties. They name all the houses.
I think that's pretty fair. Yeah.
You know, all the houses have little like Casa Bonita or like Casa de la Playa or Casa. Wouldn't that be kind of fun to do with like our shitty apartments?
This is Ridgewood Studios, Tom.
We literally do that. I'm such an idiot. Fuck.
We're scraping the barrel here, folks.
It sounds so like it would be like Casa de like what? How would you describe your apartment? What do you got? What's unique about it?
Oh, I mean, unique. Nothing really. It's just like your classic renovated, cookie cutter.
Yours would just be boring ass apartment.
Yeah, it's like could be apartment and literally anywhere. No one walks in like, real New York apartment.
Mine would be like a house that a family was supposed to live in.
Right. Love was supposed to be here.
3 unrelated roommates live here now. But in Spanish, that would probably
your sign is
cool
literally just like 4 rent, 1 bedroom, $1,200 a month. That's what you call yours.
It's just a real estate sign. I don't know. It was cracking me up, and then I just realized, we've named your past 2 apartments.
Mm-hmm. And also they do that a lot in Louisiana. They name all the like fishing camps and fishing. They all have like some name.
All right.
And it's like fun. I always find them fun because they don't really follow any sort of. You can name it whatever you want.
Yeah, that's what was cracking me up. Is like one of these was just like it was like Casa de Pescadito, which like sounds cool, but it's just like little fish house. Is like
you look it up and it's just like salsa, spicy salsa. That's what you named your what? It's no meaning at all.
You named your boy. That house name sounded beautiful. What does it mean? It means my husband cheated on me and left me with the kids.
Yeah, and I actually got the house and then divorced. That was too long for the sign, though.
It just sounds so beautiful in Spanish, and then it's,
Yeah, I never want to learn what the actual phrase is, but I like that. I like tossing. I like that you get to toss a little piece of your. Are they making the homes also a little bit fun, or is it just like, are they keeping it pretty uniform and then they toss a little name up front?
No, the houses are cool.
See, that's fun. I like
cool
that.
Little funky homes, yeah.
Build a little fun spot. You got to spend all your time there, Tom. Why not make it fun?
Yeah, dude. if you let's say roommates in law continues on our current trajectory, and we're millionaires by 2025.
Fair, yeah.
By 2028, let's say we're approaching the big B, and then now you get to build.
Let's be real. Can we be
house.
realistic so I can get into this a little bit
2030. All right, sure.
5 years from now, we'll be at 500 million.
500 million, sure. We'll say that. Right. Now we get to build our dream house. Maybe we even put a little studio in there. But I still hold on to this childish idea that I've always had. I want to like put a slide down the middle of my house, and I want to like
some Richie Rich shit.
Exactly. I want to have some like real goofy shit going on in my house, and I don't know if that'll ever go away.
I think the way you like make that thing cool is you have to have like an architect that has a cool story. So when they're like, you have a slide, and you're like, actually, yeah, an architect out of Iceland did it. He does like these amazing, and you're gonna just explain nothing, and now the slide is like kind of sleek.
I'll tell you what, Tim. Now I'm not even gonna hire that architect. I'm just gonna say it. Guess what? The architect was my friend Tim.
Everybody's like, damn, I didn't know Tom was so heavy into architecture. Is he finding these dudes? And just they're just building them like race car beds and slides.
Wouldn't a slide be fun?
Slide would be fun, but it's fun. I think it's fun for the novelty of it. How often you hitting a slide?
If it's like
the stairs,
if it's a good slide though, and
you're gonna hit the slide, you think?
If I can scoot downstairs quick, maybe. I don't know. As I'm saying it out loud, I'm like probably never getting on that slide. But guess what? People are talking about it.
People are talking about it. Exactly. It's like a piece of art. It
is a piece of art because it was designed by this guy in Iceland, and he was actually he's one of Michelangelo's descendants. Moved to Iceland.
He was a student.
Student. Did I say descendant? Sorry.
Was he? Wait, was he not? Okay, no.
Sorry.
No,
English is my second language. I've been speaking Spanish for a couple weeks, so it's
trying to get the wheels turning again. It's just weird when you come back from a different country. I do think you can make people believe most, like, if just take that example but put it anywhere. If you're just like, yeah, this is actually a blah 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 blah, and you just insert it with stuff this person would know, I think people naturally go like, sick, yeah, that rules.
Yeah, most people don't really want to prove something wrong.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, actually, where did he study? Nobody's gonna do that. They're gonna go, hell yeah, man. Fuck
yeah. You know what? Actually, come here. Sit down. No, this is a two-way mirror room. I want to learn a little bit more about this slide.
This is like I think I just discovered lying, Tom. This is huge.
Yeah, we could get good at this.
I think people should lie more. Those the names on the house remind me of that Louis joke where he's like, I just want to. Anybody can name their kid anything. He's like, I just want to name my kid like 30 Fs. Just.
But it's really weird. That sound, like, it doesn't come through the mic at all.
Yeah, it just kind of sounds like the mic turns off.
Yeah, you're going.
Yeah, just making a.
That sounds
cool
like
face.
I'm making noise.
Well, just save. If you're listening at home, try to say 30 Fs in a row.
In a row. Do it by yourself. All right, do it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Kind of crazy, right?
But I always enjoyed that joke because they could put anything out there and they're like, yeah, it has a little special meaning to us.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm gonna start lying more convincingly.
Convincingly is the key.
Mm-hmm. Confidently.
You can't overlie.
2024.
That's our big goal.
Do you have any? We can wrap this in a couple minutes. You got any intentions or resolutions for the new year? Did we do this already?
I don't think so. I think we brushed by it. This year for Timmy, personal. It's about being healthier. I got to be healthier, just in general with the things I do in my life.
Yeah,
I got to get more sleep, Tom.
For sure.
I should probably hit some therapy, but we've been over that ad nauseum. Sure, I need some therapy. Sure,
I came straight from Repeat. Boy, we really can't make that work. But
that one just
it's
just not sticking either. Even when I'm texting it, I'm like, this just looks terrible.
Well, so you guys, Tim and I abbreviate everything, especially when we text, but we usually use the second half of the word. So if you're saying like, are you staying in a condo? It'd be like, you staying in the dough.
You got the dough. What's the dough looking like?
So then I want to say, sorry, I'm just getting off with my therapist, but I end up sending, hey, I'm almost done with my rapist.
and I get that text, and I don't think anything of it. I'm like, oh, how'd she like? How's Ray?
How's Cheryl?
Because that's therapy.
Yeah. Hope rapey went well.
Yeah, and it's like I think we're both looking at these text exchanges like this just doesn't feel right.
You gotta stop doing it for this one.
But how about the RISP?
What?
RISP is fun.
Wrist.
That's less fun.
Yeah. Where'd you get the P from?
I don't know. Just trying to, how was
Just-
trying to make it a little fun.
What they're pissed. Pissed?
How was the
Or they're
piss?
just pissed. There it is. I don't know.
She's pissed. I don't know.
But then what's therapy? Oh yeah, we just P. Just PY.
I think we need to just kind of retire. I think let's just say therapy.
You're like, you need to stop going to therapy so this stuff's coming up.
I can't try to figure this out with you anymore, Tom. Just stop going to therapy. I think we just say therapy. I think we got to bite the bullet on that
We'll
one.
say therapy. Fine. I think you got to bite the bullet and go to therapy.
Is bite the bullet? Is that a suicide reference?
It does appear to be a suicide reference. That's weird.
Like, why would you let me bite the bullet? That's got to
I don't
have
know.
some like weird.
Let me
medieval
eat the
meaning.
gun. Like that's
Yeah.
definitely suicide.
Like, oh, you have to go first and say, all right, let me swallow the barrel of this gun. And I was like, Jesus, right? What?
All right, let me blow my head off. Is there an air marshal?
You're an
around?
air marshal? Oh my God in heaven. All right, let's wrap this.
Well, that was a good wrap. Where are you gonna be? This comes out tomorrow.
I am going to, let's see, I'm going to be in, where is that? I'm going to be in Connecticut on Friday, and then I'm back in the greatest city of all time, Chicago, starting on Tuesday, there until Saturday. So that'll
Chicago roommates-in-law listeners, we really need you these next 6 days.
be fun. Oh, I always forget you're going to be there literally.
I'm there.
When do you get there?
Starting tonight. Well, not Thursday.
Oh, Thursday, yeah.
Thursday through Sunday. Doing Zanies, doing a bunch of spots at the factory it's the Laugh Factory.
LF.
And then heading out Monday, and you get there Tuesday?
I get there Tuesday morning.
God, that sucks ass.
That does suck. This close, Tom.
But Chicago, we need you. We need you at Zanies this weekend for Laura Peak. I'll be hitting the Feach
LP.
Butt.
LP.
And then Jan 17 next Wednesday for old Timmy Smith.
Old T-Bone.
Get that place popping. You guys are our most dense city for listeners. We need you.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, like kind of by a long shot.
Damn, we're like heavy hitters in Chicago.
We're like mostly Chicago.
It's cool. Great city. Love the city.
Great city. We
Come to a
love
dang
you.
show. Have
Come
fun
to a
for
show
once.
and have fun. And I hope the start of your guys' new year is going, fine. I think that's all we can hope for.
Just electric energy to end this thing on.
Oh, we love you guys. Bye, Timothy.
He married my sister, now we're living together.